Hey guys, if you enjoy any of my content, you can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also comment down below your thoughts or ideas on any of my content. Thank you. Welcome. This is the Day Show, and I am Day Summers. Okay, this is part 3. I hope this is the last time I have to do a response on this Jussie Smollett story. Now it's coming out that he's being arrested this morning, and I still don't believe that he had a major mastermind role in this thing because there was so much going on. Maybe he came up with an idea and decided, you know. But I do think other people are involved, and I do believe that he's covering that up. Maybe he has to do it for his own benefit or safety. I don't know. But I do believe there's other people involved, and I believe that it's masterminded on a higher level. And even though the case still seems strange to me, because they let the Nigerian people, brothers, free. I don't believe they're going to be charged with anything. That's what I believe the officer said. It's weird to me because they had the equipment, the magazine, the proof that they wrote the letter. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, they had evidence that all the evidence was at their home. So it's evident that they are involved in it some way, but they are letting them go. So I don't understand that. And also, I don't see what on earth he had to gain. The only people I could see gaining anything from him doing a stunt like that are people that are politically or sociably tied to all the crazy politics and stuff that is going on. Those are the only people I could see that could benefit from him pulling a stunt like that, because he really can't benefit that much off of it because he was already very successful in his activism toward in that field with the with homeless gay people. So he could always actually not even bother working on Empire. And also, they were saying other things too. These are just my thoughts and opinions, so nothing that I say is factual, okay? But these are just my thoughts and opinions. It still leaves a lot of questions. And it doesn't seem like, based on what others were saying about him, that he would up and do something like this. Now, he had a drunk driving charge like 10 years ago where he got scared and blamed his brother or something like that. But that was 10 years ago. And, but I don't see him doing something like this to ruin a whole career and have the worst people angry at him, if he would ever be found out, was the LGBT community. They're very powerful. And I'm not even indicating that it was them either. I'm saying that there is a puppeteer somewhere walking around trying to pull people's strings. And maybe, they targeted the LGBT community for that and put him in the middle of it. And we have this all to incite, like how they've always been trying to incite this race war. Like I said before, these are the groups that are unseen. Nobody knows, really too much about them. They're always in the background. And so I see it as these groups are still going to try to continue that race war. It's always been to where we can get African Americans out there to march, riot, and everything. There's already been a national emergency. They just need the people to act up. And that's why I say African Americans should always sit back and watch what's happening around us. Even with this, we know this is fishy, and it's almost as if they're trying to make it look fishy or suspect. I don't know. Also, this will also increase in other attacks happening. You have Antifa that always likes to dress up like they're other groups, like they're the rednecks or the MAGA people. This may incite them to do that and start attacking black people. And black people thinking that this is a repercussion from what Jesse has done, or they're going to fight back. And then we have our civil war. This has always been about that. And we can't forget that. I hope white America could see this. I hope that it is something that we could figure out, because we are being pitted against each other. Americans are being pitted against each other. African Americans, we know we're the bottom of the barrel, but we're still American. And there is something a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger picture. Like I said, I told you these groups are controlled by other groups like the Boule and like all these other groups that control them. And they need a race war. They need us out there. When they first started building those detention camps before, they did that during Barack's tenure. I wonder who those were for. Because right now we're seeing they dang sure wasn't for those illegal people coming across the border. It wasn't for them at first, but Trump, for some reason, he made it for them. And I'm not tooting Trump's horn, but African Americans need to capitalize off of it and then keep moving. Keep progressing towards your goal. And then if it comes time being, and we need to turn around and start helping others. Of course, we're going to help others. We're African American. But right now, I think African Americans should help themselves. And this is coming at that time. So I don't think of us going out in the street protesting or anything, because this is what it looks like to me. And maybe they're not doing what he needs them to do, and he's tired of them, and he's like, look, we need to get back to basics, because he has to run this country, or whatever he's trying to do. I mean, they're not a big part of it, and they're upset with that. And the only people that could be a big part of it, I don't know, are us. I really don't know. But I know whatever it is, their time's up, and he wants them gone. They're listening to these blogs, these groups, and free thinking people, and this is why they try to shut them down with their fake people coming on and commenting and blocking people's messages. I've always been blocked. I don't even think half of anybody can hear anything that I say. Only the selective few. And those selective few usually understand what I'm saying. And also, I think that we need to figure out how to remain vigilant and focused on the goal that's at hand. Like how I had said before, I don't believe that a lot of these political people have our interests at best. They are always saying things like they're trying to get into our emotions, but when they get there, they wind up doing really crazy stuff. And I'm not just saying Democrats, I'm saying Republicans, any of those political people. And that's why I say black people have to have their own black agenda. We have to have our own way of helping ourselves besides reparations and besides, telling, people, hey, you owe us. They can never pay us what they owe us. So we have to come up with something far more than reparations. I mean, I believe we're owed from the continent of Africa as well as the United States. And that's way more than reparations. And that's the reason why we're here. We're way too valuable for the United States because it's just too much. And I feel that we need to try to stay focused, because whatever it is that's going on in this country, I guess they want this country, but this country really belongs to the people that have that outstanding contract that didn't get paid and that wound up becoming the monetary foundation for others and for other groups. You know, I just hope people would just stop and stay focused. But this Jesse Smollett thing, I think, will be an excuse for these other groups. Like, I really don't like Antifa, but all these other groups, to sit there and stage other things and cause a whole other type of a war or whatever to happen civilly on our grounds. We still have the people at the border trying to get in. You still have them trying to push laws. It's like everything is being masked over. That's really important. But I think it's good that we try to figure out some way until all of this madness is over. I'm not sure when it will be, but when it will be, and I know these people, they listen to blogs and they listen to people with common sense, and then they send their trolls after them to discredit the person and say all these types of things. So I'm already hip to that, because that's been happening forever. But they do want to stop common sense because their agenda is not common sense. Look what's happening. Look what happened, with that governor in Virginia, how he had took pictures in blackface and all of that other stuff, and they were quick to forgive him and say, oh no, he's not like that. But we have this situation coming up with Jesse, and we have to condemn him. Now, they're right. He should be punished with his part in this. But what I'm saying is, he's not the mastermind. And they're making it out to seem that way. I don't understand why the Nigerian people were let free, but they are, I guess, I really don't know what's going to happen with this case. But what I'm saying is, essentially, is that there was a bigger picture here. There are people that are trying to pull strings, touch emotions, do all types of stuff. And we have to be vigilant and recognize and be focused on that and continue I call it, for us black people here in America, going to church, which means studying, researching, just staying close and being vigilant, taking care of what needs to be taken care of so that we can maneuver through this time, because we are the assets that they need. We are the people that they need to cause all this type of stuff to happen in their benefit. We're not getting that far ahead, but we're being able to have some peace enough to where we could see the manipulation that's going on. And I'm telling you, it's from these groups. I don't know what the whole issue is with Trump. I don't know why they're fighting, but Trump and white America has access and privy to using certain powers. Let them fight. They're the ones that have the ways and the means. So let them fight. Let them figure it out. I don't know what else to say. African Americans, I feel as though we are not allowed to fight, and so we should just chill. Lay back and watch what happens. Watch what happens with the wall situation, and watch what happens with what goes on with us. That way we could see, and then when we're ready to fight, then we come back out and fight. But this right here, I think they're gonna try to spin this into another race war. They're gonna try to use it somehow, whether it's Antifa attacking people dressed as MAGA, or their so-called Black Lives Matters immigrants that are from wherever dressed as black people attacking white people for no reason, or this person attacking that person for just to start a civil war, just to start a black and white war, just to start problems, just so that they can allow other people to come into the country. And I think white America is stupid enough and gullible enough to fall for that. And they are so ready to and prepared to blame African Americans for so much stuff. But we have to remain focused and try to say, hey, prove it was us or something. I don't know. But we have to make ourselves prepared for that and keep going to church, being peaceful as we can until it comes to the time where we have to fight. But I don't think we should fight right now, not while this war thing is going on. Maybe a little later. Well, that's my thoughts on this. And like how I said, I hope I think this will be the last response on this story. Like I said, I think that there's a puppeteer running around pulling strings, and he's pulling everybody's strings. He's trying to get the really African Americans out there rioting so that we can go into those cages, or he's trying to get us to where we can lose whatever it is that they think that we're going to get, or something, anything that's going on. All I know, confused and angry. So tell me, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that this is just another part of the game, and that we're heading to a civil war no matter what? Or what do you think? Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive notifications, and comment down below.